And now, we move on the second session. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the morning second session of fifth day FTB program on rural entrepreneurship being conducted by Department of Management Studies, Mahatma Gandhi University. Today, guest speaker is Mr. M. Nagaraju sir, who would be speaking on agri entrepreneurship for rural youth. Before I hand over the session to the Mr. Nagaraju sir, I would like to give you a brief introduction about sir. Mr. Nagaraju sir is an agri consultant and agripreneur from Hyderabad. He has been providing need-based advisory and consultancy services to the farmers. Sir has guest faculty to Extension Education Institute and Professor Jaishankar Telangana State Agriculture University and Horticulture Training Institute and National Institution of Agriculture and Extension Management and State Agriculture Management and Extension Training Institution. Thank you, sir. Now I hand over the session to Mr. Nagaraju, sir.
సార్ మీరు స్టార్ట్ చేయండి సార్, మీ దగ్గర స్క్రీన్ షేర్ చేయండి,
మినిమైజ్ చేయండి. ఇది మీరు ఈ బ్రౌజర్ మినిమైజ్ చేయండి. పైన అది పైన మినిమైజ్ బటన్ ఉంది కదండి, రైట్ సైడ్ కార్నర్. ఎస్, మినిమైజ్ చేయండి. ఓపెన్ పీపీటీ ఈజ్ ఓపెన్ నౌ. వీ కుడ్ సీ యువర్ పీపీటీ సార్. దాన్ని ఏంటంటే మీరు కింద స్లైడ్ షేర్, స్లైడ్ ఆప్షన్ పెట్టి మీరు కింద దాని కింద ఇప్పుడు నో 75% పైన కింద సార్ ఓపెన్ ద పీపీటీ సార్. మినిమైజ్ చేశారు పీపీటీ. పీపీటీ ఓపెన్ చేయండి. రైట్, ఓపెన్ చేసి కింద బాటమ్ లో ఉంది కదండి ఆ 75% పక్కన అది కొట్టండి. దాని పక్క
లెఫ్ట్ లెఫ్ట్ సార్, లెఫ్ట్ 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 అదర్ సైడ్.
నాగరాజు గారు, కైండ్లీ అన్మ్యూట్ యువర్ సెల్ఫ్ అండి. నాగరాజు గారు, Yes, unmute. Yes. Yes.
Is it audible now?
Now audible. Open the PPT. Right. Please go ahead. Thank you.
Good morning, all. Good morning, everyone. This is Nagaraj from Hyderabad. I'm an agri consultant. Trained under agri clinics and agri business centers sponsored by Government of India in the year 2002. It's a beautiful scheme introduced by Government of India, Ministry of Agriculture. So monitoring by the Manage. They received the Best Agripreneur Award from Ministry and the University, Professor Jaishankar Agriculture University. So today our topic is like about agri-entrepreneurship for rural youth. Can you hear?
Yes, very much audible, sir.
Thank you. So our country is it's a yoga bhumi, karma bhumi. Just now we had a spiritual presentation, very beautiful presentation, followed by my presentation like agriculture. Our culture is agriculture. Like most of us, like almost in India, more than 60% of rural India is dependent on agriculture and allied activities. So for rural youth today in India require a lot of motivation and as well as a skill development. So in this area now many opportunities are there for rural youth to take up some startups in agriculture and allied sector. Already few people are already engaged in agriculture entrepreneurship. Agriculture entrepreneurship is like not only cultivation aspect, like production aspect, even after that is a value addition for the agriculture produce. Agriculture, we have many divisions like horticulture, sericulture, apiculture, rearing of honey, and as well as we have poultry, we have dairy, we have fishery, aqua. So we have so many activities under this actual agriculture and allied sector. So we have a great movement now. It's a great demand for natural food. It's like organic. Everybody is expecting a pure food, chemical-free food from agriculture. Not only agriculture, horticulture, and other line departments. I mean other activities. Today, now it's a great demand for now millets. So we have a millets research station at Hyderabad, that is, we have ICAR, Indian Council of Agricultural Research. Under ICAR, we have Indian Institute of Millet Research, Indian Institute of Oil Research, like we have 400 above ICAR research institutions across the country. So now after our Prime Minister Modi has given beautiful slogans for agriculture sector, mainly for rural youth, like doubling the income. Already he has declared two states in our country as the organic states. One is Mizoram, followed by Sikkim, the northeastern states. So whatever they are producing in both the states, mainly in Sikkim they produce cardamom. Most of the cardamom now, it's a chemical free, and they are exporting, and their income is double now. And with the help of APEDA, we have Agriculture Produce Exports Development Authority in almost all the states. With the help of APEDA, so now the farmers of these two states now are proudly, and they are exporting with no chemical. I mean, it's a pesticide free produce. They are enjoying double the income. Like millets now, it's a value addition, like multigrain millets, rava, many value added millets now are available. In India, you now see, you can see that many multinationals have entered and started their outlets across the country. We have seen a Baba has transformed into a very good entrepreneur in India, Baba Ramdevji. More than 4,50,000 outlets across the country successfully is running, and most of his products are from agriculture sector, like many, like atta, if you see honey extraction, all the spices, many things now, even amla juice, amla candy, many things now is doing very successfully. Promotion of pulses seed production, promotion of hybrid maize, jawar cultivation under zero tillage, promotion of guar gum cultivation in Jodhpur mainly. We have seen many food parks in Jodhpur and successfully could attract 16,000 crores of foreign exchequer only on guar gum export from Jodhpur. That is from Rajasthan, neighboring states like Haryana, Punjab, and also Gujarat. Now that started food parks across these states, and now successfully this particular agriculture produce as listed in commodity listed also. Promotion of papaya and banana cultivation. Very successfully our South Indian farmers are producing papaya and banana and successfully exporting to the Asian countries, mainly to Singapore and other countries. Production of Melia dubia, it's like in Canada they call Hebeu, and we have a national institute called Wood Science Technology in Bangalore. There they are producing the beautiful anti-termite plywood manufacturing from Melia dubia. It's a very good activity. Promotion of ultra high density plantation. Now we have adopted Israel technology, and following the high density plantation, instead of 40 plants mangoes in 1 acre, now we are successfully growing almost 2000 plants in 1 acre. It is a ultra high density plantation with the raised bed. Promotion of cultivation of amla, custard apple, Thai guava, many like that. Even mechanization, like we have a national institution funded by ICR at Anantapur, where the 5th and 10th discontinued rural youth can be trained for 1 year. No need to pay. It's a free training program. It's a skill development under the Ministry of Agriculture, Government of India. We have an institute there at Anantapur. They give training of how to repair a tractor, how to give the services to the farmers in resolving their problems while operating their tractors in the fields. Promotion of cold storages. Again, the government of India is giving 50 to 75% subsidy, back end subsidy, front end subsidy for cold storages. So in cold storages, we have successfully witnessed the private participation in agriculture sector. Most successfully we have seen in Guntur district, hundreds of private entrepreneurs, they have invested for storing the red chilies in cold storages in Guntur district. Promotion of dairy, milk collection centers, chill centers, milk processing. Gujarat, we have witnessed Amul is the most successful brand, very trusted brand Amul across the globe. Many farmers, many rural youth are actively involved in collection of milks by collection centers. They have established many milk collection centers and participating in supply chain management. Successfully, they are supplying to the Amul collection center. Similarly, we have even in Telangana, we have a woman to 200 crores turnover women based milk dairy we have, that is Mulkanur society at Mulkanur in Warangal district. I mean Karimnagar and Warangal, they are successfully operating. And promotion of poultry. This is a backyard poultry, Rajashri, Grama Priya. Now we have a tribal variety from Madhya Pradesh, that is Kadaknath. Even Mahendra Singh Dhoni also started very recently rearing of this Kadaknath bird. I mean, without giving any chemicals, any vaccines to the birds. This is Desi Murgi, and now there's a great demand for the country chicken, and now every day farmers are enjoying the profits. Layers broiler farm chicken byproducts. It's again Venkis is a very successful company in India, in Hyderabad. Venkateshwara Hatcheries, now they are having the tri-party partnership. The rural youth can come forward, approach to the State Bank of India and the tri-party agreement. So Venkateshwara Hatchery will give the chicks to the rural youth, and the bank will give the loan to the rural youth to construct a poultry shed. The Venkateshwara hatcheries or Subna hatchery will give the technical assistance by sending their veterinary doctors to their fields, and one can enjoy minimum of 50,000 rupees per month. So it's a very good tri-party agreement without having any problem in marketing, because finally the produce, the hatchery, the Venkateshwara hatchery and Subna hatchery, they buy from the farmers, from the entrepreneurs. Promotion of new fodder crops we have very successfully, rural youth are doing in near Hyderabad, that is in Shadnagar. Promotion of sheep and goat rearing is very fattening centers are successfully running in and around Hyderabad. Promotion of fish production in Andhra Pradesh, many youth are now doing very successfully. Pendal farming is under protected farming, polyhouse farming, shade net house cultivation, nurseries is again, it's one of the very biggest business. Hundreds of youth from Karnataka now moved to Hyderabad, near Hyderabad, established nurseries and raising the seedlings of tomato, chilies, cabbage, cauliflower, brinjals, like these chili nurseries, and supplying to the farmers. And almost they are enjoying 50,000 to 1 lakh rupee per month. Promotion of gardening and ripening chambers for mangoes. Again, we have many mango ripening chambers in Telangana and also in Karnataka, Maharashtra and in Andhra Pradesh. Promotion of organic farming. Yeah. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello. Hello. Tell me, are you following? Is it okay?
Sir, please continue.
Okay. Promotion of vegetable production. This is one of the best activity because most of the vegetables are now having the pesticide residues. Now it's a great demand for organic fresh vegetables. Every day one can enjoy the income by selling the vegetables, mainly leafy vegetables, greens, everything like that. Promotion of biofertilizers and biopesticide. We have a national institution called NAPHM at Rajendra Nagar, gives continuous trainings to the rural youth to upgrade their knowledge how to prepare biofertilizers and biopesticides. It's a certificate program. So government select by conducting a simple interviews, and they have a 10th class is a minimum, 10th standard is a minimum qualification for this activity called biofertilizer and biopesticide. Promotion of honey production. We have now Government of India very recently introduced the honey mission under the Ministry of Agriculture. Government of India started. So any rural youth can start this under honey mission. Government supports with money. They are giving training program for the rural youth how to rear the honey in limited land, and how to extract the honey and pack the honey and supply in bulk to the branded companies, already established companies like Patanjali, Dabur, many companies they buy in bulk. Promotion of paddy, maize seed production. This is a very wonderful activity in Andhra, Karnataka and Telangana, where the rural youth can take up the seed production. More than 300 seed companies are there in Hyderabad. Hyderabad is a capital for seed production. So they can have the contract farming with the seed companies, and the company will give the breeder seed to the or foundation seed to the rural youth. So they give the training program, they give one technical staff to support the rural youth. They can cultivate, they can supply the seed to the companies, and later they give training, grading, sorting, and they pack in a the farmers. So today for great opportunity for rural youth, because we never used to like the processed food in India, but now there's a great demand for value added products from agriculture in India. So now you can see the price is what you pay for, value is what you get. Value addition in agribusiness, its importance and the skills and methods to harvest the benefits. It's like, instead of producing the normal paddy, normal rice, you give value added like cultivate under organic farming, take the certification, and instead of making a nylon polishing, make the brown rice. and you sell it for double the price. It's a great demand. For marketing, it's no problem today. Now, if you see the branding of paddy, branding has started in India. Like we have a company called the Basmati rice company called Kohinoor India Gate. India Gate is doing more than 500 crores turnover. We have brand called Dawat brand. Now you can see even in the TV that Lalita brand jewelry fellow is coming. Now he has started the Lalita brand rice. So it's like a branding to the agriculture produce. So similarly we have a Karnool rice. In Telangana, if you visit any rice mills, uh, any corner in Telangana, mainly in Nalgonda, Miryalaguda area, or if you go to Adilabad, even in Hyderabad, if you visit rice mill, they pack beautiful multicolor bag in 25 kg, having a super fine rice, Karnool Sona. Karnool is not in Telangana state, but brand is there. Karnool rice means because of the climate, because of the soil, because of the water, the cooking quality of the rice of Karnool region, whatever the farmers they produce that region, is having the highest standards of cooking, and the taste also is very good. So like that, rural youth also can have their own brand, and very successfully they can earn some good amount of money. Value added agriculture, innovation in farming and agri-food processing. The Ministry of Agriculture now started the great, support for rural youth to take up some food processing units, like giving value addition. Simple activities like collecting the organic chilies from the farmers. They can make a powder to the chilies without giving any chemical coating, anything, not to mixing any chemicals and all. Pure chili powder is a great demand, like turmeric powder, ginger garlic paste. In Hyderabad, we have about 1.2 population, 1.2 crore population, but we are finding very difficult to get the pure spices. So it's a great demand. So many youth, because we have trained almost 60,000 farmers, rural youth mainly, under the scheme called Atma across the state, like awareness programs. We have motivated mainly in Adilabad. So more than 100 youth in Adilabad district, because Adilabad and Nizamabad are very famous districts too in producing the turmeric. So now they are making the powder and supplying to the many caterers in Hyderabad. So value addition creates jobs, which is critically needed at this time when employment has been shrinking due to the economic crisis. So this is a great opportunity for rural youth, because now we are connecting to the entire world by already government started increasing the cargo services. We never used to have the cargo services to export our agriculture produce, because India is being the one of the, before all these revolutions like green revolution, blue revolution, yellow revolution, pink revolution, white revolutions, we used to have everything pesticide free food. Because of the population increasing, so we started going for hybridization using the pesticide. Before 60s, we never used to have any input dealers shops, like no fertilizer shops, no pesticide shops. Unfortunately, in India today, 10 multinational companies are now ruling the pesticide industry in India. That is mainly Syngenta, Bayer, Dinosil, DuPont, Sumitomo, BASF, Monsanto. All these companies, every month they are dumping the new pesticide molecules to the Indian market. And the very interesting thing I have observed, the rest of the world, like European market or American market, the societies are expecting the pesticide free food from the India, and they are dumping very highly banned the products which are banned in European market, they are dumping into the Indian market. So that's why because of few Indians, the great Indians like Subhash Palekar, so many people like him now promoted, explained the importance of the natural food, natural farming, organic farming in India. So now slowly people started producing, and the youth also have taken up this activity as giving value addition to the agriculture produce and supplying to the companies and as well as the consumers. If you see the value addition in QPM for industrial promotion in North India, I have visited Sonipat and Panipat in Delhi. You can see the QPM means quality protein maize. So hundreds of acres there, farmers, they produce the sweet corn, baby corn, and as well as the quality protein maize. They make so many products from the maize. So the North and Central Railways, they have invited, they have given open offer to the rural youth in North India to start the companies, because many youth have started in North India about the value addition to the QPM, quality protein maize, in manufacturing the chips, all many products like biscuits, cookies, with the maize. Maize doesn't require this particular crop much pesticides and fertilizers. Okay, very short duration crop, and anyone can take up and can enjoy minimum assured income by cultivating these maize crops. Specialty corn, industrial purpose also, like popcorn we have. We can buy the corn from the farmers, mainly in Kolar district in Karnataka, very successfully. Few rural youth are doing collection of this corn from the farmers and supplying to the vendors. Again, maize is an amazing crop, beautiful, like you see the baby corn. You can see the baby corn dishes now. Among the vegetarians now, canning and packing industries, many have come up. In Hyderabad itself, we have 20 industries started by the youth. Like they are making pickles, murabba, vegetable recipes, like baby corn, palak, many things they are now, soups they are making. Okay, it's a very successfully doing. Baby corn food processing industries are many now in Hyderabad, also in North India, Delhi, surrounding Delhi also. Like many they are producing. It's a 65 days crop duration crop. After harvesting the crops, the what you call the fodder can be feeded to the dairy farms. Like if you have 2 cows, 3 cows, so you can have 2 activities similarly at one time. After 65 days, you get the crops, and the fresh proteinous rich fodder, fresh fodder can be fed to the animals. Here, what we advise to the farmers is to go for a staggered sowing. Like instead of going for 10 acres at a time, 1 acre with a gap of 1 week, like that. So again, this is also baby corn livelihood security. Again, sweet corn. Everywhere, it's now in Hyderabad, not only in Hyderabad, almost all the capital cities, metropolitans, in malls, you can see rural youth having the stainless steel stands with the electricity connection or with the gas cylinder. They are boiling the sweet corn kernels, fresh kernels, adding some butter or pepper powder or chaat to that, and they are selling for 40 rupees, 30 rupees each cup of this boiled sweet corn. Every day, almost any youth can easily earn 3,000 rupees to 5,000 rupees. So this is one innovative activity. This is again initiation started by the PD, Poultry, Project Director Poultry, ICAR, New Delhi. This is a very good initiative started almost 2 decades back. Give the fresh crops. Just along the roads, you can see they fry it on the coal, and they apply some lemon and they supply. This is again 55 days crop duration, and one can earn regularly some income. And the byproducts like corn flakes, one can think about corn flakes, like corn starch can make from the commercial maize grains. Again, ethanol industry is successfully running. One industry in Nandyal in Andhra Pradesh, Nandi Pipes Management, they are successfully running this industry. It's a great result. Now, this is one very successful cultivation of dragon fruit. It's being a cactus family. Rural youth can think about this. Doesn't require any much attention. The life of the plant is 20 to 30 years. Only thing is we have to give a support. Along the pole, we can plant 4 plants. After 10 months after plantation, one can start harvesting the fruit. Today, this has become a continental dish and very good fruit for diabetes. and everywhere, even in the social functions, they are added this dragon fruit as a what do you call exotic fruit. Now in Telangana, almost we have 5,000 acres farmers are producing, and many rural youth now collecting from them, nicely packing in corrugated boxes and supplying to the corporate companies in CCs. We have CCs in Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, and in Telangana. CCs means collection centers started by the multinational companies like Big Basket, like Inorbits, Walmart, Reliance Group, like many multinationals. They have started outlets and started collection centers. Apple bear, this is again one successful fruit. Uh, this is actually even under rainfed also one can take up. The fruit size is almost 50 grams to 100 grams. One can easily earn 1,60,000 to 2 lakhs rupees per annum from 1 acre. Again, lychee fruits cultivation very successfully in Bangladesh. Not only in Bangladesh, even neighboring our country, no. West Bengal I have seen, even in Orissa I have seen, in Bihar I have seen. So very successfully this particular crop can take up an ultra high density plantation. Now this Thai guava, rural youth from districts mainly in Anantapur district, Rayalaseema, now started selling this Thai guava in Hyderabad by giving by giving some cover to the fruit and ultra high density plantation. 2,000 plants can accommodate in 1 acre. Fruit size is 50 grams to 100 grams. Sometimes it even comes to 500 grams also in organic farming very successfully. Almost 5 lakhs rupees per acre farmers are enjoying. Now the great opportunity for this crop is like Sayadri farms in Nashik. Now they have started having the tie-up with 10,000 rural youth from Pune district, Nasik district, Aurangabad district, near Thane district, and another district in Maharashtra. I have been there last year. I took almost 200 farmers from Telangana to Nashik to show how they are giving valuation. Because seeing is believing. In agriculture, no theory, everything is practical. So we have to motivate the rural youth to go and do the market survey, to go and interact with other farmers. We have to push them, we have to motivate them, we have to make more exposure visits for the rural youth to understand practically, to interact with the already successful success stories, successful entrepreneurs or the farmers. In Nasik, they are now exporting 1,400 containers of grapes to Europe today. And very successful unit in 100 acres they have established. And they are giving training program for rural youth of Maharashtra with the help of Tata company. Tata has given some few crores to construct a training center and the hostel facility with the international standards for rural youth to train how to make vegetables as a frozen vegetables, like cut vegetables, how to make juices from fruits, how to pack in Tetra packs, how to export, how to sell to the consumers. So very beautifully they are giving training program. So you can visit Sayadri farms in India, most successful FPC we call, it's a food farmers producer company. Almost 600 farmers are the stakeholders of that company, Sayadri farms. That we have many companies in India, like in Hyderabad we have 300 crores company started by one of our alumni from Agriculture University. His name is Rajshekar Reddy. Almost 20 years back he has started. The company name is 24 letter mantra, organic company, having the processing centers at Medchal, having the contact farming with 1 lakh farmers across the country. Very successful agriculture based companies now we are seeing in India. So only thing is we have to educate our rural youth, we have to motivate them, we have to give the training programs, motivation, and we have to tell them to start with little projects, not the big projects. Without investment, with little investment, we can motivate them. This is another crop, papaya 786 red lady. and it's a very successful crop, not for industrial purpose, only for table purpose. It's a consumption. The beauty of this particular crop is 3 years duration. By living 1 feet from ground, it will have 150 to 250 fruits, and beauty is no theft in papaya gardens in Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, because in rural women they have a wrong perception. If at all, if you consume the papaya, they will have abortion and they'll have some negative effect, but it's not true. In urban area now, diabetic patients, because in Hyderabad every 1 from 4 you can see diabetic. Now people started consuming this fruit, very good fruit, continental dish. Last year our rural farmers enjoyed the highest profits because we had a dengue fever. Due to that, there was a fall of these platelets. By consuming the papaya leaf extraction and even the papaya fruit consumption, they have seen miraculously a drastic increase on the platelets in the blood. So even many doctors, they were interacting me, asking me the farmers, those who are cultivating in organic farming. Few farmers in 5 acres, one farmer, Mr. Srinivas, in very backward district like in Telangana, that is in Nagar Karnool district in Telkapalli village, he has earned 75 lakhs rupees from 5 acres in 1 year. This is how we have to motivate the farmer by taking few youth to that Mr. Srinivas Reddy, how he could supply this produce to the markets, how he has earned the money. Now it's very easy because now we have e-marketing. Now we don't have any problem in financial, like getting money. We have like online accounts we have. So being a South India is the largest producers of the fruits, farmers and rural youth. North Indians are the largest consumers of the fruits. So even when you visit Azadpur Mandi in Delhi, where is the biggest mandi in Delhi, many South Indian farmers, they speak Telugu in New Delhi, because most of the market agents there in Delhi, they speak Kannada, they speak Telugu, because our farmers, they feel very difficult in learning the Hindi language. Again, banana, many youth now started with the help of APEDA. Now we have started processing centers, like making the fingers, now giving the saline treatment, saline water treatment, and exporting. Previously we used to have 30 to 40%, more than 50% wastage in fruits, but now because of the government initiation and the research results from ICAR, now farmers that losses have reduced, come down to 25%. Pomegranate cultivation, this is again Bagua variety. We have a National Institution of Pomegranate Research Station at Sholapur in Maharashtra. It's a very beautiful research station, giving continuous training programs for rural youth, how to produce a pomegranate fruit, how to make the value addition from pomegranate, how to separate the grains, the fruit grains from the fruit, how to make the wine out of this pomegranate fruit. They give training program in local Marathi language, Hindi language, even in the English language. 5 days certification program is there. So if anybody approaches you, there are hundreds of research stations giving training programs for rural youth, or you can directly visit to their websites. They have the training calendars, so you can simply take that information and pass on to the needy rural youth, so that they will get some opportunity and they will feel very happy. Now this particular fruit called fig, this actually we used to import from Saudi, UAE or other countries. Now in India, mainly in Telangana, many farmers now producing this fig fruit, and they are giving value addition at the field itself, in the villages itself. They are packing it nicely in packets like biscuits and selling for 750 rupees in quintals, in tons, in bulk quantity. Whereas these retailers are selling for 1500 rupees, 1600 rupees per kg. So it's a beautiful initiation. So very simple technique how to make the dry fruit of anjeer. There's a fig. Again, this is a very interesting crop. This is a drumstick having lot of advantages. It's the most neglected crop. Now many industries have come up in Tamil Nadu, mainly in Coimbatore area. Many rural youth now are going for this drumstick cultivation, not for fruit, not for pot, only for leaves extraction, leaves. Now they are out of the leaf, they are making the powder, making the capsules, that is moringa capsules, and exporting to the Western countries, because at the senior citizens, they consume this moringa capsules. In America, I am told it's a $6 each capsule, the strip. So it's a great demand. Even now, many women entrepreneurs, rural women, now making the drying of the leaf, making the powder, making the cookies and drumstick cookies and biscuits. Many products now they are making from the drumstick leaf, and always as well as the pod. Now this is again watermelon, the small icebox watermelon. One can easily cultivate and get the money in 75 days. The crop duration is 75 days, and nicely they are giving value addition, nicely packing in cotton boxes, and now exporting to the almost all the countries. In India, we used to see big, large size watermelon. Now it is gone, only the small, because families are now small families, wife, husband, 1 or 2 children, no big family. So naturally the fruit size also has become small. This ice box, after consuming the little fruit, rest you can preserve in normal refrigerator and can consume even after 15 days. You feel the same taste, same crispiness, same juicy, same taste. So farmers are enjoying almost 2 to 3 lakhs rupees from 1 acre. The investment is 60,000. So now in Nalgonda district itself in Telangana, 5,000 acres farmers are cultivating in Nalgonda district, this particular watermelon, icebox watermelon. In Anantapur, in Kadapa, even in Karnataka, even in Maharashtra, Gujarat, now many rural youth are coming forward to cultivate this short-term activity. It's a very good activity, icebox variety watermelon. This is about the large size watermelon. Only the fruit juice fellows and the fruit chart persons, they are taking this large size watermelon, not the individual customers. This again the yellow muskmelon. Market is only in North India, that is in Delhi. So many rural youth in South India are producing this yellow watermelon and nicely packing in used liquor boxes by making the cushion by using the printing press raddi, that is the waste paper as a cushion, packing nicely, loading in 20 tons lorries and supplying to the Azadpur Mandi. Many farmers in Armoor in Nizamabad district, rural youth are nicely producing, packing and supplying to the markets, enjoying again 2 to 3 lakhs rupees from 1 acre. You can see in my hand about 3 muskmelons, netted muskmelons. My farmers, they are producing. Now I am providing consultancy services, advisory services to more than 60,000 farmers across the Telangana, Maharashtra, Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh. This is about the sweet corn. I have already discussed about the sweet corn, 65 to 75 days duration. 3 kg seed is required for 1 acre. The income from 1 acre is 1,45,000. Why? Because 29,000 crops one can harvest from 1 acre. Again the baby corn. It's a 10 days before you can harvest the sweet corn. 1.5 lakh rupee one can enjoy from 1 acre. So what you are seeing in my hand, it's a goar gum, that is a cluster bean. We call in Telugu it is a gokarakaya, gor chikudu. In Hindi they call it as a goar. In Jodhpur we have a research station called Kazri. They have released a few varieties like RGC 936, many varieties. They give training programs for rural youth. Many industries they have come up in Rajasthan, Haryana, Punjab and Gujarat, and successfully they are supplying the powder, making the powder from the dry grains, and the epidermic outer coat of that grain, they make the powder and supply to the camel feed or the cattle feed. The inside, the splits, they make the powder. That splits powder they use for, in South America, they use to explode the gases and petrol gases from the earth. It's a sticking agent, and the powder similarly used in bakeries. It's edible gum. It's a very successful product. Previously, it was a fodder crop, transformed into vegetable, now transformed into a industrial crop. This is again quinoa crop. It's a highly demand product. We have in Mysore CFTRI. There many training programs. Thousands of rural youth got trained in CFTRI in Mysore, Central Institute of Food Research Institute there. Chia and quinoa regularly they do research and they give valuation, how to make the valuation, from where one can get the machinery and market techniques and everything. They give training program in Mysore. This is about pumpkin and ashgard. Ashgard, we all know that is a great demand for peta sweet in Agra. Everywhere in Agra and Delhi in railway stations you can see the white color sweet they make from the ashgard. Even in pumpkin also, pumpkin is again a very low risk crop during the Deepavali and as well as the Dasara. This particular pumpkin people are they use for to perform some traditional this thing. They break in front of houses, in front of vehicles by doing the Ayudha Puja and as well as the vehicle puja and during Vijayadashmi and Dasara. Our rural youth are during that particular time they are producing and enjoying the highest returns. This particular crop mainly in South India, one can see is a spine gourd, Agakara we call. Mainly in South India, in Karnataka, Maharashtra, not Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, in Telangana. 150 rupees every time the price of this produce, this particular spine gourd. So few techniques are required in producing this. Male and female plants we have to maintain 1:5 ratio, or 10 female or 1 male plant one should maintain. So highest returns this particular. I have seen one Mr. Narottam Reddy in Suryapet. He is a NRI software engineer. By leaving 2,50,000 salary job in there in America, now he has started producing this particular crop in Nalgonda district near Suryapet. So any rural youth, if at all, if they approach you or well conducting training programs for rural youth from your universities or from your institutions under CSR like corporate social services or anything you are doing some programs, you tell them to approach the ICR institutions as well as the KVKs. We have Krishi Vijnana Kendras, more than 600 KVKs across the country. All KVKs are funded by ICAR, Ministry of Agriculture. So if they approach, they make need-based training program also. They make a training program. They invite experts like resource persons. They give training programs and hands-on experience sharing. Many things you can do it. Again, we have seen this year many farmers, many rural youth. For Batkama, we have a traditional festival in Telangana. Batkama means it's a floral festival. They arrange nicely with colorful flowers in rural area. Mainly women they celebrate by arranging the flowers. So there was a great demand. Even our farmers in Telangana this year they have enjoyed 100 rupees kg. So almost 3 to 5 lakhs rupees they have enjoyed returns by cultivating the marigold of yellow, half acre, orange. These are all the hybrids we get from Korean companies. Successfully, our rural youth or few farmers have enjoyed the returns. This is again the beautiful flower chrysanthemum released by, we have a institute called IAHR, Indian Institute of Horticulture Research at Yelahanka, Bangalore. There they are also giving training programs. They have developed this hybrid. It's a dome shaped. When you offer this flower to in pujas, you will not feel to remove the next day because the freshness remains same for 2 to 3 days. After that, this particular chrysanthemum, we can extract some chemical that is called pyrethrum. We use for mosquito control in foggers. In municipalities, fogging machines now they are using chemicals, malathion and chlorpyrifos. They are not supposed to use chemicals. They are supposed to use only the extractions from the chrysanthemum. We used to get this extraction from chrysanthemum for the fogging to control the mosquitoes from the African countries. Now in India, now rural youth can think about the processing units of chrysanthemum to extract the pyrethrum. What you are seeing in my hand, it's a chives. Every month, one flight it flies from Shamshabad International Airport to Germany. Germans only they consume this chives by garnishing in whatever they cook in their regular items. In one alumni of our agriculture university, Rajendra Nagar, Mr. Bhaskar Rao has started in 32 acres and he has approached the Germans market. Now he gets a flight from Germany to Telangana, that is in Shamshabad Airport, and he supplies. It's onion blades, chives. Now even it is available in almost all the markets, you can see. So whatever these exotic vegetables, now many educated urban consumers are more showing interest to consume the broccoli, lettuce, color capsicum, cherry tomatoes, Chinese cabbage, basil leaf, Brussels sprouts, chives, cucumber. All these exotic vegetables can be grown under protected farming in poly houses, in shade net houses, in small areas. So rural youth can come forward to take up this production of these exotic vegetables. Now these things are happening for the last 10 to 15 years in Ooty, in Mysore, in Bangalore, in Pune. So many companies, they have the supply chain management and they are supplying to rest of the country. But in Telangana or Andhra or any state, rural youth can think about the production of exotic vegetables. There is a great demand for these vegetables because of the one traditional proverb, ऐसा बोलता है ना, घर का मुर्गी दाल का बराबर है. अभी विदेशी का वेजिटेबल्स, विदेशी का फ्रूट्स, जैसा विदेशी का कपड़ा हो गया, अभी खाना में भी अभी विदेशी का बहुत डिमांड अभी आ रहा है. तो we can educate our rural youth to think about this. So ginger, production of ginger. In Telangana, we have a district called Medak district. One farmer name is Vijayram Reddy and Nageshwar Reddy, his brother. They have got 1 crore 50 lakhs from 5 acres. That is in Kohir area near Jahirabad. The variety they have produced is Maran Mariam and Siddipet. 3 varieties are there. Maran Mariam is again from Kerala, but these varieties are producing in Telangana. Again, we have a subsidy from the Ministry of Agriculture. With the help of NHB, we have National Horticulture Board for SC, STs, Scheduled Castes and Scheduled Tribes, rural youth. 100% subsidy is there for construction of the polyhouses to produce the carnations and gerberas. It's again the exotic flowers having the great demand in social function, in flower decoration. One can think about this. Statistics are there with me. DPRs are there with me. Anybody can approach me to take the information. Organic pulses, again, it's a great demand for organic pulses. It's a branding in pulses also very successfully doing through entrepreneurs in Andhra. That is, they have given branded for Urid Dal. Urid Dal means that is black gram. That is double horse Minapagullu. As successfully they are doing business. Natural farming, millets like foxtail millet, little millet, koda millet, proso millet, brown-eared millet, finger millet, jawar, bajra, all these things. We have a millets research station at Hyderabad. It's a national institution. There also they give training programs about the value addition of the millets. In front of that research station only they have opened a showroom and they sell all the cookies, poha, millets flakes, millets biscuits, cookies, everything they are selling there. Even seeds also they supply to the farmers. Again, organic leafy vegetables, again spinach, coriander, gongura, amaranthus, menthi, bacheli, curry leaf, many things. Everyday income one can get. even rooftop gardening, backyard gardening, front yard gardening for their own consumption also. Now it's during this pandemic corona, many housewives and even urban population, they started consuming their own produce. This concept is very successfully doing in Kerala, but even in Telangana, with the help of horticulture department, every month we are conducting training program at public garden. Hundreds of urban people, they are trained how to produce the leafy vegetables for their own consumption every day. No need to buy from market. No need to preserve in refrigerator. They can simply go to their rooftop and they can harvest and consume it. The amount of satisfaction you get by consuming your own produce, you can't measure with anything. Okay. This is again protected farming. The rural youth, we give training program. I have seen many rural youth are 5th class discontinued in North India, 10th class discontinued, 10th class in South India. More than I think 30-40% of rural youth are like that. So we give simple training program in the field itself, not in the classrooms. In the field, we invite them, we host lunch, a breakfast, even high tea. We give the training program. We ask them to participate in the activities, and they are enjoying. Like this is laying crop cover, new technology, selling the vegetables in front of secretariat every day by the rural women and the youth in Hyderabad. They get produce from Toguta Mandal, Siddipet. The RTC, the corporation has provided 2 buses by removing the seats for the rural youth to sell their produce to the 3,000 to 4,000 employees of secretariat in Hyderabad. So any working day you can visit there during the 5 to 7 o'clock in the evening, from the 4th class employee to the principal secretary or the chief secretary staff buying the vegetables from the farmers. Now they have established a bond relation, strong relation with the rural youth and the consumers directly. So that's mean we have to create a platform where they can sell their produce to get the maximum return, highest maximum selling price for their produce, instead of fighting for MSP. MSP means minimum support price. By connecting themselves, producer, consumer, meet on one platform. This is a very good initiation. This is again Melia Duvia. In the starting itself, I have enlightened about the anti-termite plywood using in manufacturing of plywood with the help of Wood Science Technology Institute running under Government of India at Bangalore. This is again a simple business, simple enterprise without giving much attention. Backyard poultry. We have project director poultry at Rajendra Nagar or KVKs. So one can approach them to buy the chicks, and they can simply, by feeding whatever the natural things are there, even the food grains, they get ready, and 300 rupees per kg live rate. It's a very good income, very good activity for rural youth, rural women or even men. Stall feeding of sheep and goat is picking up like anything. Many private NGOs started training programs in Hyderabad by giving training program, one-day training program, how to give the feeding, how to give the vaccination to the sheep and goat, very successfully are doing. So mechanization of agriculture, already I have enlightened. There is a great opportunity for rural youth in drip installation in agriculture sector. So they can give they can train and they can learn how to install the drip system, sprinkler systems, tractors, implements, sprayers, repairing of the sprayers, the high-tech sprayers. We have the Taiwan sprayers. They can help the farmers, and in return they get the income from that. Mulching, laying missions, pro-trace seedlings, how to make the farm ponds with the help of JCBs. So production and marketing, I've already enlightened about those things. So plastic crates or pro-trace manufacturing units by investing 1 or 2 lakhs, one can start. Many youth in Maharashtra I have seen successfully they are doing this. So quail bird farming, again it's a simple investment, 8 rupees per small 5 grams bird we get from the research station Rajendra Nagar PD Poultry. After 35-45 days they can sell it for 35 rupees to 45 rupees. You see the simple feed. With the simple feed in 10 feet by 10 feet room, one can easily rear 500 birds, quail birds, and they can sell after 45 days. So poultry hatcheries, incubators, rural youth can incubate by spending 1 lakh, 2 lakh rupee for incubators. They can make the chicks for the desi birds like Grama Priya. We have many varieties like Kripko, we have Kadaknath, we have so many varieties. Like meat processing, we have turkey bird farming also, fodder production, feed plants, poultry equipment marketing. Agri-tourism is again the big project now. With the help of the state tourism departments, rural youth can train and they can plan agri-tourism packages in their villages, in their own villages. They can invite the urban people to relax for one day, them the traditional and all the beautiful things in agri areas, innovations of the farmers, and they spend one day time, and it's a good activity. In Medak district, Deccan Development Society is doing this. Vermicompost manufacturing is again it's a very successful activity. Even the prisoners in Charlapalli jail, they are doing this vermicompost from the kitchen waste. 45 days is a duration to make the vermicompost by just adding this earthworms into the wastage, and it by itself it gets prepared in 45 days. Fabrication is again is a good activity for rural youth for erection of the shade nets, polyhouses. It's a good project. Seed processing plants, tissue culture labs, like graduates, postgraduates can come into this tissue culture labs establishment. Government of India is giving subsidies through NABARD. They can prepare a DPR and approach to any nationalized bank after vetting the project. So it can be forwarded to the NABARD and they are the for rural youth in urban area, designing and landscaping. So forest produce collection also is a great activity for rural youth. The honey or the herbal products like Ayurveda products, they can extract, they can collect from forest and supply to the companies. Soil testing, water testing labs also establishment can be done by the graduates, like diploma people. Minimum education is required. So cocoa peat powder and bricks manufacturing units can establish. Arrangement of flowers, like making the bouquets and all for rural women, rural girls, they can trained. There are institutions are there to train how to arrange the bouquets, how to arrange the flower decoration. They can do by using durantas, golden rods, asparagus. This is a filling material. It's a good activity. Curry leaf oil, lemon oil, citronelle oil, tulsi oils units also sponsored by the national institutions that we have at UP Lucknow. We have national institutions of oils. There they are giving training programs. So one can think about the extraction of oils from the botanical plants. Like so, this is a farmer from very recently. I took farmers to the Nasik area. This is Narayanpur district in between Pune and Nasik. KVK, Mr. Adish is a farmer. By having 4 desi cows, he is making agarbattis, he is making many products. Soaps is making from desi cow urine and dung. So very successfully is doing. He has been given 5 lakhs rupees grant from NIAM, Jaipur, National Institute of Agriculture Marketing. You can see me there, vertical gardening of turmeric in Nasik. It's a very good concept. Like instead of growing 5 acres, one can grow the same quantity, one can get the yield in 1 acre by having this type of arrangements. This is again new technology. We have a horticulture training center in Pune, Talegaon. They give training programs for floriculture. Even the polyhouse farming, fertigation, drip system, everything they give. This is a new concept called aqua farming. polyhouse tilapia fish are rearing. Our farmers from Telangana, I took them to show this in Nasik district near Triambakeshwar. They have seen practically. Now many farmers they have started in Telangana this activity. This is again Sayadri farm. I was discussing now. I was telling about the success story of Sayadri farm. So he is Mr. Vilas Rao. The group photograph with him. Now every month during the December there is a grand Kisan Mela happens where crores of farmers they attend across the country. Even you can tell your rural youth after pandemic, maybe next year they can attend. This year also there, but it's not advised maybe. So next year one can visit there and can see the new technologies there in one place. Dairy farming is a very great successful activity. Milk cooling units one can think. Feed processing plants again successfully doing by few entrepreneurs. Milk collection centers already doing in rural areas, but scientifically more advanced you can also think. Milk processing, Amul products. Poultry layer farms, collection of eggs. Poultry broiler farming. Tripartite agreement I already enlightened. Sheep farming, stall feeding. Commercial goatery, again Husnabad variety and other varieties. People are doing commercial goat farming. Commercial piggery again is northeastern states is very successfully. Rural youth they are doing even value addition. Rabbit farming again is very interesting in Kerala. Very successfully they are doing. Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh and even Karnataka also few farmers are doing. It's a fast multiplication. We have a rabbit research station also. Farmers can think. Quail farm I've already enlightened. Duckery again one rural youth in Bhuvanagiri district, Estival district of Nalgonda. One woman now she has started a hatchery there, incubator, hatching the duck eggs, making the chicks and supplying to the northeastern states. From the Bhuvanagiri to northeastern states, Assam and other areas. Poultry products from Hyderabad, Venkis, in value addition they are doing nicely. Dairy products. Hello?
Sir, this is Dr. Guru Vishal. Sir, can I ask one question, sir?
Yes, yes.
Sir, ducks are mainly the food in German areas, European areas. So we are exporting this duck's meat to the foreign countries from India.
Not doing meat. Our farmers in Hyderabad, near Hyderabad, it is 30 kilometers from Hyderabad. Rural woman, she has started one incubator. She is making these chicks from her own production. With there's a duck farm, duckery is there, farm is there. So whatever the chicks she is producing, supplying to the northeastern farmers.
Okay.
Because there in North India, northeastern states, they consume like chicks, the chicken. How they eat this duckery, duck meat they consume a lot in northeastern states.
Yes, sir. Duck meat was consumed a lot, as well as, sir, in German countries, German area. Germany used to consume it a lot. That's why I'm asking, we are the exporters of this meat type, this type of the meat also, sir.
No, not in India, not from India. Duck meat not exporting, but self-consumption now. Domestic market is there.
Okay. Sir, you are saying, so we are also into leather, sir, because calf rearing and all these things, we are also into leather.
We have a Al Kabir. We have a very biggest meat export from Hyderabad. That is established almost 20 years back at near Jahirabad. Al Kabir. Whatever they are now processing, 100% export to European market and as well as UAE market.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for answering, sir. Thank you, sir.
This is again fodder development. Ostrich farming is again, don't encourage this because this is again a failure story because there is no demand for this meat. So many people they have started and got the loss. So don't encourage the fancy ideas. Only encourage the rural youth for the activity having the good market demand for the domestic market. Turkey farm again is very successfully doing few farmers, rural youth in Hyderabad, that is near Shabad. Mr. Shekhar Reddy is doing very nicely. And during Christmas, there is a great demand for turkey birds in Hyderabad. Ram lamb fattening already explained. Country chicken again, Giriraja, Vanaraja is not having demand today. Only there is a great demand for Kadaknath, Srinidhi, Gramapriya and Rajashri and Kripko. Women entrepreneurship in agri and allied sector. These are all the success stories in Telangana. We have Lavanya Reddy from Telkapalli. From remote area, now she is supplying the value-added product from e-commerce. Now she is earning a lot of money by supplying the chili powder from Telkapalli. Allola Divya Reddy, you can type in your YouTube Klimam. Klimam means mom milk, mother milk. She is an agriculture graduate, now having 400 Gir cows and successfully doing almost more than 12 crores turnover. Her center is at near Sangareddy. Srimati Sudha Reddy KL Bioscience and Sneha Nursery Ibrahimpatnam woman entrepreneur. We have VH Foods near Uppal industrial area. A handicapped woman successfully doing almost her turnover is 50 crores turnover by giving employment to a girl, almost 50 women there. It's a worth visiting that center, VH Foods. Millets Money Miyapur, she is again doing millets business. Srimati Madhuri Moringa business. Hello, any problem? Hello? Hello, Ravi garu. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
So, women entrepreneurship in agri and allied sectors, many success stories I have already explained. Lion dates from Tamil Nadu, seedless syrup mixed with dry fruit syrup. Rice, already we have brands like India Gate, Dawat, Lalit brand, Lohit brand, organic rice, brown rice, semi-brown rice, raw rice, steamed rice. Red gram also we have brands, black gram we have brands. Jaggery, we have organic jaggery from Maharashtra. We have grapes, organic grapes, millets, cotton, chilies, ginger, garlic, pickles. We have Priya Pickles processing centers. One is in Vijayawada and another one is Uppal industrial area. Many things like turmeric, coriander seed powder, tamarind. We have Swastik brand in Hyderabad, very successfully doing there. Milk already I have explained. This is how our rural youth can do value addition packing. The rural youth can also participate in Government of India scheme called Atma. Project director will be there every district. They can approach to Atma people. They give training program. They give money for demonstrations. They can even innovative activities, not regular activities under Atma, Agriculture Technology Management Agency. We conduct regularly exposure visits, training programs for rural youth. This is to our state chief minister's farm where I give consultancy to our chief minister.